Welcome to the memory assessment demo. In this video, I'm going to share how you can create an assessment so your students can actually see how much of a scripture they have memorized. And ultimately, you'll get a report that kind of looks like this one, where you'll be able to tell like which words did they need hints on, which words did they mistype, like where did they correct themselves or not, and also how much of the verse were they able to type correctly the first time. So if you want to use this tool, just simply scroll down to this area and you can enter in your email. So what this allows me to do, and I would need to do josh@typetheword.com. What this allows me to do is keep track of which assessments belong to your email. It's a lot more lightweight than creating an account and jumping into the actual product. But what it'll do is, like, if you later want to access this report on your phone, it'll still be available to you. So over in my my email, I'll get a link for jumping back over to Type the Word. And from here, I can scroll back to the bottom. These are three assessments that I've already run. I want to create a new one. And the first step to creating an assessment is providing your student names. So you can upload a previous grade report from Google Classroom. You can also just enter the names of your students. I'll go with that option. And I'll just say Josh and Izzy. That's my wife's name. And we'll leave this title the same. And then I'm going to go with James 3-3. Been memorizing James recently. You can kind of toggle this to be visible. This is what your students will see. And you can also select from one of the translations Type the Word supports. I'll stick with ESV for now. And then I'll hit create assessment, which will give me a link that I can then send to my students where they can fill in the verse. So over in my student browser, I will open that link in a new tab. And since I'm Josh, I'll fill it in as Josh. If we put bits, and that's like something for you to know. If you don't know a word and you wait for 3 seconds, you'll basically get this hint for that basically allows you to reveal the word. That will ultimately be something that'll be visible to you as a teacher, but it's helpful if you can't remember the next word. So if we put bits into the mouths of horses, so that, and then if you mistype something like I just did, you can see that's highlighted in red. I can then go back and fix that so that they obey us. We bridle, we guide their whole bodies as well. And boom, that's literally all the students are doing. Since this is a pretty short assessment, they can then hit continue. You can see I got an 86% accuracy on that recall, or on that assessment. And then I can also see how many times did I need to use a hint, which was 3. So back in my teacher dashboard, my teacher can also see that my teacher being me, that that assessment has come through. These are the 3 words that I needed to use hints on. And this was a letter I mistyped, but then I corrected. And the teacher can also see all those stats from the student's assessment. Izzy hasn't completed her assessment yet, but once that does come through, I'll also be able to see that. But generally, yeah, this is an overview of what the memory assessment tool is like to use. If you have any comments or feedback, I'd love to hear them. And I will see you in the other demos for the other tools on this page. Thanks.